Hello folks, Neil here from IWALVG Video Games, taking a look at the Rainbow Six Siege beta. This beta is closed, and I actually never got my confirmation email. It just showed up in my Uplay account, so I guess I just got lucky. For this video, I have the game set on medium settings, and I have bloom and lens flare off, although it looks a lot better in high settings, and it actually has a lot of video options. It has an FOV slider that goes all the way up to 90. If you're going to play this, I highly recommend that you put the FOV up that high. It really helps. The game also has full controller support, and yes, I play PC shooters with a controller. Oh, but you're supposed to use keyboard and mouse. I seem to do pretty well with a controller. Not to mention the fact that the game does have aim assist turned on unless you play on realistic anyway. So far, the game runs very smoothly. I had very little hiccups, as you'll notice in the video. Towards the end, after I played for about 2 solid hours, I started having some little graphical hiccups. But for the most part, it played very smoothly. Getting in and out of matches was a little bit of a pain when it came to TDM. Terrorist Hunt, though, right away I got into matches. No problems there. You'll also notice that the game runs peer-to-peer, lots of host migration going on, although I didn't really notice it too bad, only in the menus prior to and after matches. There are 2 modes in the beta. There's a TDM with objectives, 2 bombs that you have to defuse along with getting your kill quota, and there's also Terrorist Hunt. Yes, Terrorist Hunt returns, and it's just as good as it was in previous games. It's the highlight of the beta. I played Terrorist Hunt way more than I played TDM. Now on to the gameplay. Every soldier has a limited amount of items at the beginning of each match. Defenders have various barricade items that you can use to put on doors and windows, and attackers have drones that you can send in to an area to scope out and spot enemies and objectives like the bombs that you have to defuse for a few seconds prior to a match. Now, when you tag an enemy or a bomb, those markers don't all stay permanently, but they will help give you a general idea of where the enemies are hiding when you're about to run into the building to take them on. You can even stay out of the firefight entirely and just use drones to basically be a constant UAV. You can have your drones just drive around within a building, you can tag enemies, you can tag objectives. However, drones can be destroyed or jammed, and you don't have an unlimited amount of them. Also, if there's a high-profile area where there's a lot of enemies or a bomb, you can sneak your drone in there and kind of position it against the wall and aim the camera towards the objective or towards the enemy and leave it there, and you can switch back to it. You can switch back and forth so you can tag enemies while you're also running around and, actually participating in the firefight and killing enemies. The drones are cool, but they can be overpowered because you can talk to your teammates after you die. So if you positioned your drone in a specific area where you can see enemies, you can still talk to them and say, oh, well, someone just walked into this room. I don't know if they're going to fix this when the real game comes out, the final game, because this seems to me to be a little bit too overpowered. I would like to see it where if you die, you can't talk to your teammates, and as far as I know, I believe on consoles they're not allowing party chat, so I don't know if they're going to do something on PC where you have to be in the game chat and you can't use something like Skype or Overwolf or something like that. That's one of the small complaints I have when it comes to the drones. Ranking. With each match you earn XP as well as renown points depending on your performance and the difficulty that you chose. So if you play on realistic mode, you'll earn more renown than you would on normal, that kind of thing. The renown points are used for unlocking characters that each have their own unique abilities, such as shock drones, riot shields, various sensors. This is pretty cool, and my favorite character to use at the moment is IQ. The unlockable soldiers are cool, but I do still miss the customization of Vegas 2. I'm not sure if the full game will allow you to fully customize a character's loadouts or not. From the looks of things, what you get in this beta in terms of unlockable characters is just a fraction of what's available. When you unlock a character, they show you this screen that has like a good 30, 40 silhouettes, and there's not that many unlockable characters in the beta, so my guess is there's a wide variety of characters to be unlocked when the full game comes out. Gunplay is solid. You get good hit indicators. They could have a little more oomph, but you can look over to the right and make sure that the guy you shot is actually dead. It'll tell you if they were just injured or dead. And not all the guns are the same. There's a nice variety of weapons. It's not just the same kind of damage with a different skin. You know, there are different types of weapons, and they all have their own unique feel. One of the best things is when you get a headshot in this game, it is a headshot. There's no spray and pray here. You really need to actually go for real fatal damage. Explosives and deployables are a little finicky. You have to hold the left bumper or right bumper for a certain amount of time and then hit it again. I mean, at least for me, it was doing that. It was a little odd. It took me a while to get used to how to bring out and set up the wall explosives or the deployable shield. And the deployable shield is great because you can basically use it as a decoy. You can prop one in a corner and hop out from behind it and position yourself in the corner opposite it, so when an enemy walks in, you know, looks to the left, oh, there's that shield, immediately looks back there for you, and you can just, bam, you can just ambush him. That's a really nice touch. Sound design is as excellent as it was in Vegas 2 and in pretty much every previous Rainbow Six title. You get really, really nervous and tense when you sit in a corner, you know, defending your objective, and you hear the rappelling, you know, you hear them coming down the walls, you hear stuff breaking around the building, you hear footsteps around you. You really do get very, very tense. It's really nice. The sound design is fantastic. What's also fantastic are the destructible environments. They're really, really cool. Multiple entry paths. Defenders can exit the buildings and go outside to protect from the outside. You can rappel upside down into certain buildings. And when you rappel, you can sway and move in varying degrees. It's very fluid. Although it is funny that you can accidentally let go of your rope and injure or kill yourself from a certain height. So you have to be careful. You can't just hang upside down like Spider-Man forever. You're going to have to actually bring yourself down or get shot down and die. Being able to take out floors and parts of the roof as well as walls, that's cool enough. But being able to take out small bits of space in walls just big enough to see through adds an extra strategic element, because you always have to wonder if a wall that has a tiny hole in it actually has an enemy right behind it. And I remember this type of gameplay being the selling point of the 2011 title Breach, but unlike that game, this seems to actually be, you know, fun. Every soldier has some type of ability or gadget, and the gadgets that they have are crucial to success, but they're never too overpowered. For example, IQ's electronic device detector will find explosives and jammers, but doesn't give 100% precise locations. Like if you're behind a wall and you bring up the scanner, yeah, it'll definitely scan and tell you how many meters away an electronic device is, but it's not going to like give you an outline of that device and show you, is it on the floor, is it on the wall? You still have to go in with a bit of caution. All I gotta say is, I'm looking forward to getting the game in December, and I'm really, really pleased with the beta. I thought Rainbow Six was going to end up going down the Call of Duty route, and even though it's still simplified compared to the original games way back on the PS1 and PC, and it's lacking some of the features that the Vegas titles had, such as third-person cover mechanics, blind fire, and of course the customization like I mentioned earlier, this still retains that Rainbow Six feel where tactics and teamwork are key to success. I really enjoyed the beta, can't wait to get the real game when it comes out in December. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So to end this video, I'm just going to leave you with some more footage showing off the game, and judge for yourself whether or not you want to pick this title up, because I know I am. Until next time, my name is Neil, and I will always love video games. Have a good one.
It's about to get hot.
Scanning for electronics.
Reloading!
Reload!
I'm dry!
RED scanning.
They broke off. We need to find them. Push up now. The door has been barricaded. You can stop worrying about
Stop
grenades
wires
now.
up. You can stop worrying about grenades now.
Barricading door.
One op 4 remaining. Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.
Got you covered.
Yo, someone resonate.
Heads up, I gotta reload.
RED scanning.
Cover me. Reloading.